Seti Ra, Pharaoh of Egypt, craved more than earthly power. His heart yearned for something beyond the mortal realm. He desired eternal life, the power of the gods themselves. The whispers of the wind hinted at a legend, a secret buried deep within the earth. Seti Ra listened intently, his ambition burning brighter with each passing day. The pharaoh's advisors warned him. They spoke of curses and ancient evils best left undisturbed. But Seti Ra's desire for ultimate power eclipsed all warnings. He would have his prize. He would claim the gift of the gods. Legend spoke of a hidden chamber within the temple of Amun-Ra, the sun god. It was said to hold a power unlike any other, a force capable of granting immortality. This power was not given freely. It was guarded by trials, tests designed to break even the strongest will. Seti Ra gathered his most trusted priests and scribes. He pored over ancient texts, deciphering faded hieroglyphs and cryptic prophecies. He sought the location of the hidden chamber, the pathway to Amun-Ra's gift. Deep beneath the temple of Amun-Ra, Seti Ra and his guards navigated a labyrinth of tunnels. Torches flickered, casting dancing shadows upon the walls. The air grew heavy, thick with the weight of centuries. Finally, they stumbled upon a massive stone door, sealed with ancient magic. Seti Ra, guided by the knowledge gleaned from ancient texts, uttered the words of passage. The door groaned open, revealing a chamber bathed in an ethereal light. In the center rested a sarcophagus of obsidian, its surface polished to a mirror sheen. As Seti Ra approached the sarcophagus, a voice echoed through the chamber. It was deep and resonant, filled with ancient power. The voice belonged to Amun-Ra himself, or so Seti Ra believed. The first test was presented, a riddle that would test the limits of the pharaoh's knowledge. Seti Ra struggled. His mind raced, desperately seeking the answer. The weight of his ambition pressed down upon him, threatening to crush his spirit. He closed his eyes, drawing upon the wisdom of his ancestors, and finally, the answer came. The price, however, was dear. Each word he uttered leached away a piece of his past, leaving him feeling hollow and incomplete. The sarcophagus trembled. A wave of energy pulsed through the chamber, throwing Seti Ra to the ground. He looked up, his vision blurry. The sarcophagus was open, revealing a swirling vortex of energy within. The voice boomed, challenging Seti Ra to the second trial, a test of his strength and resolve. Seti Ra stepped into the vortex. Raw power surged through him, threatening to consume him entirely. He fought back, drawing upon the strength of his will. He emerged from the vortex, forever changed. His body pulsed with unnatural energy. His senses were heightened, his mind sharp as a razor. He had tasted godhood, and it was intoxicating. Seti Ra stood before the empty sarcophagus, his reflection staring back at him. He was no longer the man he once was. The trials had taken their toll, stripping away his past, remaking him in their image. The voice echoed one last time, offering him the final prize, immortality. He could walk away, embrace his mortality, and rule Egypt as a wise and just pharaoh. But the allure of eternity was too strong to resist. He reached out, his hand trembling, and accepted the gift of Amun-Ra. Time flowed differently for Seti Ra now. Decades passed like days, centuries like years. He watched as his kingdom prospered, then crumbled. He saw dynasties rise and fall, empires expand and contract. Throughout it all, he remained unchanged, forever locked in his youthful prime. He had achieved his goal, but at what cost? The trials had taken their toll. The knowledge he had gained weighed heavily upon his soul. The power he wielded isolated him from those he had once ruled. And immortality had become his prison. Seti Ra's story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most noble ambitions can have unintended consequences. He achieved ultimate power, but in doing so, he lost everything that truly mattered. He learned that true power lies not in eternal life, but in the moments that give life meaning, love, loss, joy, and sorrow. These are the things that make us human, And these are the things that Seti Ra, in his quest for immortality, had sacrificed. He was left with an eternity to contemplate the terrible price of his ambition. He was a king, a god, a prisoner of his own making. He was Seti Ra, the eternal pharaoh.